shockwaves have swept through the global BTS community after a chilling revelation surfaced, one that has left fans reeling, worried, and demanding answers. The story doesn't come from tabloids, nor from random speculation, but from a source far too close to be dismissed: Jungkook's own mother. Her voice carried the weight of fear, urgency, and desperation as she revealed troubling incidents that no parent should ever have to recount. The shocking claim? Jungkook's home, the very place that should have been his sanctuary away from the spotlight, has reportedly been breached multiple times by unidentified individuals. These weren't minor accidents. They weren't misunderstandings. They were intrusions, violations of the most sacred boundary any human being should have: the right to feel safe at home. Imagine the quiet walls of Jungkook's house, intended to protect him from the chaos of fame, being silently crossed by strangers. The thought alone is enough to freeze the heart of any fan. But hearing it from his own mother, the person who has watched over him since childhood, turns fear into rage. Her words painted not just worry, but alarm, the kind of alarm that comes when danger has become far too real to ignore. And when this revelation reached Taehyung, it was said to have ignited an immediate and emotional response. Those close to BTS know how protective V is, especially when it comes to Jungkook. Their bond has been tested and strengthened over more than a decade of shared struggles and victories. To hear that Jungkook's safety, his peace of mind, had been shattered, Taehyung reportedly couldn't contain his outrage. His reaction wasn't theatrical, it wasn't for show. It came from a place of deep loyalty and fierce love for his brother in music and in life. For Taehyung, this wasn't just about trespassing. This was about the scars such invasions could leave on Jungkook's spirit. Privacy violations are painful enough, but repeated invasions of your home? That can shatter a person's sense of security forever. And that's what makes the situation so terrifying: the repetition. One intrusion might have been explained away, but multiple? That points to something far more sinister. Who were these individuals? How did they bypass security? What exactly were they looking for inside Jungkook's home? Each unanswered question only deepens the fear and frustration among ARMY and the people closest to Jungkook. His mother's decision to speak out shows just how dire things had become. Silence was no longer an option. With each passing incident, the risk escalated until it could no longer be ignored. Her words weren't gossip. They were a plea for help, a warning bell, and a desperate attempt to shield her son before something irreversible happened. And then there is Taehyung, his fury mirroring the emotions of millions. Sources claim that upon hearing the news, he felt not just anger, but a kind of helplessness that cuts deep. After all, what good is fame, success, and wealth if the person you love, like family, cannot even feel safe in his own living room? For Taehyung, protecting Jungkook goes beyond friendship. It is loyalty rooted in every hardship they've endured together. The fandom's response has been equally explosive. Across online platforms, ARMYs expressed heartbreak, anger, and shock. Many asked how this could even be possible when BTS is one of the most protected groups in the world. If Jungkook, with all the resources and security surrounding him, can't keep intruders out of his home, what hope is there for his peace of mind? Others went further, demanding accountability from those in charge of his protection, calling for stronger security and stricter boundaries. But perhaps the most unsettling part of all this is what remains hidden. Jungkook's mother, though courageous enough to speak up, withheld details about who these people were or what exactly happened inside the home. This deliberate silence only intensifies the unease. Were these obsessive fans, opportunistic trespassers, or something even darker? The lack of answers leaves fans speculating wildly, caught between fear and fury. The implications are chilling. A home should be the one place where a star like Jungkook can breathe freely, away from flashing cameras and endless scrutiny. To lose that safe space is more than inconvenient, it's traumatizing. Experts note that such violations can lead to anxiety, paranoia, and a constant sense of danger. For someone already living under the unrelenting pressure of global fame, this kind of invasion can be devastating. That's why his mother's voice struck such a chord. She wasn't exaggerating. She wasn't careless. She was a mother trying to protect her son from losing the last fragments of safety he has left. And that makes her words not just emotional, but urgent. Taehyung's fury, meanwhile, has become a rallying cry for fans. His reaction is proof of the unbreakable brotherhood within BTS. It's not about celebrity gossip, it's about the real human bond between two men who have leaned on each other through storms the public will never fully understand. His anger wasn't just personal. It represented the collective outrage of ARMY, who see Jungkook not as an untouchable star, but as a young man who deserves peace. The situation forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. What is the true cost of global superstardom? How much protection should artists receive? And why do these violations keep happening despite the immense resources of their management? Jungkook's case is a reminder that fame often strips away the very things most of us take for granted: privacy, safety, and peace. Yet, as emotional as this story is, it's equally important to acknowledge another truth. Much of what is circulating remains unverified. There has been no official confirmation from Jungkook's family or Big Hit about repeated intrusions. Nor has Taehyung made any public statement of outrage. These details, while emotionally gripping, appear to stem from speculation and exaggerated accounts amplified online. That's what makes this revelation so complicated. On one hand, it exposes real concerns about privacy and safety for global artists like Jungkook. On the other, it highlights the dangerous power of unverified stories to spread fear and misinformation. By attaching Jungkook's mother's name and Taehyung's reaction to the narrative, the speculation becomes more powerful, but also more harmful if untrue. The BTS members already live under a microscope, constantly battling rumors and false stories. Adding fabricated narratives about home invasions only intensifies public anxiety and places unnecessary emotional strain on both the artists and their fans. That's why, as shocking as the story sounds, it's crucial for ARMY to approach it with caution, seeking facts rather than fueling speculation. But whether the details are fact or fiction, one thing remains undeniable: the conversation it sparks is vital. Privacy, safety, and respect for boundaries are not optional luxuries. They are human rights, even for the biggest stars in the world. Jungkook, Taehyung, and every member of BTS deserve to feel safe in their own homes, free from fear and intrusion. And so, the central question still lingers. What happens now? Will stronger protections be put in place? Will fans rise together to demand accountability? Or will this story fade into rumor, leaving the deeper problem unresolved? For ARMY, one truth remains etched in their hearts. Jungkook is more than an icon. He is someone's son, someone's brother, someone's dearest friend. And if his sanctuary has been compromised, then the fight to protect him is far from over.